There you go. I presume you can hear me now. Um, why is that not? I don't know why that hasn't come up there. Having a nightmare. There we go. So, I presume people can hear me. I can't hear knack all. Not that I should be able to, because there's nobody here. Oh, God, what's happening? Let's have a look. Audio. Well, audio's working. Oh, right, Noxie. Good evening, Noxie. Evening, Kelsey. Bobby couldn't get on for some unknown reason. I don't know. But he'll be coming on in a minute because I've just put the link up for him. But there you go. Just goes to show you what's bloody happening in life. Hope everybody's good. Well, when I say everybody, there's only two of us. Well, actually, there might only be one now. There you go. As you can see, I haven't had a shave again. And to tell you the truth, I really don't give a toss whether I have a shave or not. Sharon, good evening. I might be able to say good evening to Bobby in a minute when he... okay, sorry. That's probably what I did last time then, eh? Let's give it another go. Is that the right link? I didn't know there was two bloody links. Why have I got two links in there? Anyway. Have I missed anybody? I said good evening to everyone. Noxie, Kelsey, Sharon, Bobby. Yeah, so there we go. I think Bobby's going to be coming into the background in a minute. If I put the right link up, don't know what I'm doing really. Head's gone. I don't know where it's gone, but it's gone. Had a guest. Yeah, that's the right one. Anyway. Sharon, it's been cracking, quite honestly. I don't know if I mentioned it last night, but I'm just in the process of building an app for my for my family archive, and I've been all day on it. I'm getting there. It's looking quite good. So we've now got Bobby in the chat, but I can't hear Nicole. Have you turned your microphone on, Bobby, or what?
Yep, mic's on.
Have you turned your microphone on?
Yep, mic's on.
No, I can't hear you.
Can the chat hear me?
Can anybody hear Bobby? Because I can't. Oh, don't say we've gone back to this shit.
They can hear us both, but you can't hear me.
Right, so you can hear us both, but I can't hear Bobby. I don't know what it is. A fucking nightmare. Does my chupping boxing.
I can see out I want about him now, can't I? Interested, isn't he?
No. I don't know. Should I? You think I should just refresh my screen or something, Bobby? I don't know what I should do really. I've fucking no idea. It's doing me head in.
I didn't
Connection is secure. Camera, microphone, sound.
Behave yourself.
All there. I can't hear that call. Am I plugged in?
I don't think he's plugged in.
I might not be plugged in.
No, he's not plugged in, is he?
I'll have a look.
Have a look.
You carry on talking.
I'm having a bit of toast.
Settings. System. Sound.
He looks flustered, doesn't he? He got a fancy hairstyle tonight and all. It is what it is. How we doing, baby? How we doing, Sharon? Not
Well, that ain't working.
Kelsey, all my faves. Hope you're all well. Well, I'm doing a video just at the moment. I'll be out,
Why am I
out
not
later
hearing
today.
it?
So hopefully it's a music video. So I'm hoping you're going to like it. So it'll be out later today if you want to look out for it. What's he doing?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Got now. Got fucking nothing.
Well, I could leave, couldn't I? And come back, but it won't make any difference.
I don't know. I don't know what to do for the best. Really.
Everything's good with me.
Did he, baby? You just called me a dickhead. Do you know?
Baby's made a knobhead. And I don't swear. He's gone, look. He's gone. He'll be coming back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, mother?
No, I can't hear that call.
Huh? Yeah, he must have heard that. Well, he can't hear any of us, can they?
But I should just give up.
I don't know.
Talk and I'll just sit and watch. Quite honestly,
Can
because
somebody tell him to restart the stream? It might help. Because he can't hear me. Somebody in chat tells him it might be a good idea, that.
I don't know what it
Give me a
is.
chance to take me toast.
Evening, baby.
They're all chatting among themselves. They don't need me, us.
Must be something with this streaming studio, because
You might say that. Thank you, mate.
it's come up with two sharing things. I don't know what that's all about. I normally only have one. Add a guest.
Read the chat, Paul. Look at the
But
chat.
I've also got add a guest and share stream. Don't know what that's all about.
Right a bit. There you go.
I've just restarted it, Sharon.
You haven't? We've been still here. Yeah, BKFC.
No, I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know
Sharon.
what to do. My head's gone.
Is it Birmingham? I forget what it is.
My head has gone. I can't figure out why I'm not hearing anything.
Any ideas what we could do about Grandad?
Settings. It's in my settings. It's saying. It's showing that there is sound coming through.
Yeah, excellent. He's a toucher. He's ball, isn't he? Plays with
So
stuff.
why am I not getting it?
He's like my missus. If he's broken, don't touch it. But he's broken it, so he's got to touch it now. So next time I get to say out and take me at him having a go at me. He ain't a clue, has he? Well, I better be careful because he'll be able to watch his
So
back.
that's the one. So why aren't I getting it?
Is it? Do you think his headphones are plugged in? It's looking a bit shifty now, isn't it?
Got you now.
Oh, what you done?
It's this cable.
Oh,
You know what? You know what they say? It's a bag of fucking shit. It's gone. There you go. So, sorry about that, folks. I didn't realise. If I only just put one in, I'm going to pull my head up because the cable's so short that...
Are we all
right. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right.
So we can basically...
It's like a bloody drama queen, isn't it?
Yeah, well...
Every couple of weeks he has to put us through this, doesn't he?
I think what it was, Bobby, I think last night I tripped over that cable, you know, that cable I've just chucked.
Yeah.
Well, I tripped over it last night.
Right.
And I presume I've done something to that part of that cable. Because it's it's an extension. You know what I mean?
You'll have to get a new one there, won't you?
Well, I've got one somewhere, but I don't want to fuck about too much.
Hey, don't be swearing now. We can
hear you. Bollocks.
You should have done all that when we couldn't hear you. No, it was the other way around, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't hear you. Everybody could hear me.
Anyway.
Everybody could hear you, and they could hear me. I couldn't hear you.
When you watch this back, you'll see...
Ellie, good evening, sweetheart.
You'll see that Bibby's causing his bother. I didn't call you a knobhead or dickhead or whatever.
I'll bring over the swear box for you, Bobby. Okay.
Well, I'm only repeating. It's only a repeat. But it's causing his bother. I tell him if he don't behave himself, I'll get Noxie to get him.
Right. So anyway, let's
listen. I love Bibby to bits. He's a lovely lad. Just behave, he said.
You do what you want, matey. We don't care.
No,
quite honest. I don't care anyway.
It's all
it's all good, clean, fun.
It's just banter. You see what it is, Paul. You see these young'uns, because he's only a young'un. He's Bibby. They all say, you know, banter with your mates. Now, when we were young, we had banter with his mates. A bit of fun. You'd take mickey out of somebody if they tripped up, or
you would, yeah.
If they'd got their dad's pants on and they were too big for them, you might take mickey out of them.
Saying that, I've got my son's T-shirt on here.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But nowadays, it's like they really get stuck into each other, and it's all banter. So it's just it's what's the word? Generational thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is.
So what kind of week you had them, Paul? Any?
Yeah, it's been all right, really.
I'm afraid I didn't get to tune in last night. I was out.
And I did notice.
I don't. Yeah, I was out and about. Unfortunately, I couldn't. So, is there any updates with Levi?
Yeah.
He's been moved and all that.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, he's not talking now. Look.
Well, you know, if somebody asked me in the chat about the update, what would I say to them?
Well, I don't know. Watch on a Monday night. Watch on a Sunday night.
There you go, then.
But I thought you were a mate of mine. He's a bugger, isn't he? Yeah.
Anyway, he's lost 2 stone, apparently.
Is it ever go to Bobby night?
No, it's not, mate. It's he's lost 2 stone.
He's lost 2 stone.
Mm.
Is this intentional?
Yeah. I mean, he was fairly heavy. He lost 2 stone. He's getting roundabout to my fighting weight.
Hey, that's we won't recognise him, will we?
Yeah, you will.
Well, I don't know. 2 stone's a fair bit to lose, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I think he put a bucket full on.
He used to have a bit of a belly, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think he put a lot on when he first went into Hull. You know, because I think the meals was a bit, a bit whatever puts weight on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but he's since moving from Hull down to Loudham Grange and up to Lindholm, he's lost 2 stone. So hopefully by the time he comes out, he might be down to a decent, fighting weight, really.
Well, that's good. Sharon says he's settled, Bobby, and smiling. That's all we can expect in Tim.
Yeah, he is, and he's answering emails.
Well, how many days now, Kelsey?
95.
Is it 95? Oh, we're down to less than 100. Well, you think of 90 is 3 months, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's noting that, is it?
No, it's flying by, mate. It's flying by.
Yeah.
But there you go.
It'll be overwhelming for him when he comes out.
It will.
Everybody will want to know how he is and wanting to catch up with him. And I mean, I've never been locked up, but I have friends who have been, and when they've come out, they've gone, just give me a minute, Bob, because it takes some adjusting,
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, I suppose.
So, yeah. But
I've had to take one of my earpieces out because my head's getting pulled across to my PC because the cable's so bloody small.
It's useless, isn't he? Look, he's got bloody dodgy cables, earphones that aren't long enough. I thought you were professional.
Yeah, so did I.
We're not saying what at, though.
There you go. Anyway, have you seen going on to politics? Have you seen that?
Oh, bloody hell!
That useless twat down in 10 Downing Street's actually gone backwards.
Well, he's going to have to. Why? What's he done?
Well, he has. He's given us our winter fuel payment back.
I did hear an inkling about it. I haven't looked at any news.
No, he's given us it back.
Well, what's his excuse?
Well, his excuse was, I don't know, who's the long-haired lover from wherever she lives, who does all this shit. What do you call them? Who's the Chancellor?
Oh, I don't know.
One of them women, anyway.
Yeah.
Whoever the Chancellor is, said, well, we can afford to do it now because I don't know what you call it, really. Anyway, Rachel Reeves, thank you, Kelsey. Rachel Reeves said we can afford to do it now because the economy's grown. Right.
No, that's not the reason they've done it.
No, you know what the reason is, don't you?
Well,
the reason is Nigel Farage and reform. That's the reason.
They're panicking because
they've shit themselves.
The popularity's dropped.
Yeah, that's because they're shit.
And if this and the Tories are out of it, they've gone.
They haven't.
Now we've lived in a country that has a two-party government for as long as I've been around, probably as long as you've been around. They've never had any other than them two in power, and it's all changing because I believe that Labour are not too far away from the Tories, and vice versa. So you start to think, well, I can't vote for either of them because they're both as bad. So when somebody comes around like Farage, they
frighten them.
They're in trouble. But do you think he can do out? Do you think this Reform Party can actually move forward?
They've got 4 years, Bobby, to sort the bloody act out, haven't they?
Yeah.
So,
but is he what we need though, or is it a case of a sinking boat and whoever's left?
Well, I'm not going to go that way anyway. So let's get back to
politics.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that four-eyed twat down south and that long-haired lover from up north have done a U-turn.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say.
But that's not the reason what they've done it. It's not. They have. But so what they're basically saying is that we were short of brass, so we had to take it off you. Now we're all right, so you can have it back. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. We took that money off you, but we're going to give you it back now because we're doing a lot better.
That ain't how it works, is it? Come on.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get off that. I've said my piece about them anyway. So we're not doing politics, Ellie. No. So I'm going to calm down.
No, we won't be arguing. No, bloody hell.
No, we haven't argued.
I've accepted that Paul's always right, and that's how he is. I've learnt my lesson.
There you go.
Oh, Noxie says that.
Evening, Clary.
Noxie says I started him off last night, and I can't get the blame tonight.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I was a bit stuck for something to talk about last night. You know, I was getting, I don't know what you call it. I was getting lost.
Clary.
And Noxie said something about politics, and boom, I was away. So
yeah,
there you go.
Evening, Clary. She's my favourite. Is Clary. You know, we've got some lovely girls in this chat. Kelsey, Sharon, Clary. They're all lovely girls, aren't they? Ellie, yeah. They're all lovely girls. We've got a good little chat here going on this Monday night. And then we've got the Bother Boys, Noxie and Bibby.
Yeah.
They're like a double act, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be at times.
You don't have to thank us, darling. It's true. Yes. So, we're all sorted then. I mean, I've had a pretty quiet week this week, to be fair.
Have you?
Yeah, I haven't done too much. I went out Friday night with my mates. I go out Friday nights. That's my night out. And that's all I seem to go out now. I don't go out much. I mean, wife's got a car, but...
she goes out more times than Piggy and Gas.
Well, wife's always, I'm off to my mother's, I'm off shopping, I'm off doing this. But I don't mind because I look after dogs because they're not so old and they bloody make a racket. So I don't mind. But, yeah, now and again I'll say I'm borrowing a car, you know, and I might go out somewhere. But I don't seem to get out like I used to. You don't go out much at all, do you?
I don't go out at all.
What's you will do, Bobby. It's only Monday. What's that mean?
You'll go out during the week, I suppose.
Oh, sorry, Sharon. Yeah,
I presume.
Yeah,
that's what it means.
You'll have to let me know details about Birmingham, Sharon. I'll see if I can get down there or up there. Down there, isn't it, from here?
Down there, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't. What kind of? We haven't had very good weather this week neither, because I sit in garden a lot when weather's good. Have you had any?
Well, it hasn't been. It's been all right today. It's not been cracking the pavements at all, but it hasn't been raining or out.
Right.
It isn't red hot, but when you don't go out, it's.
So you weren't getting that? You haven't been getting in garden, then?
No. Only go out if there's. I only go out and sit outside with a copy and the book if it's if the sun's shining, and it hasn't been shining today. It's just been, muggy.
It's been
muggy day.
Wife's been in and out that back door like I don't know what today because it bloody rained. Like,
does it rain then?
Well, I think most women are like this because my mother used to do it. First bit of sunshine, or a bit of wind. Let me get me washing out. No, half an hour later, they're bringing it back in and they're putting it back out.
Aye.
It's getting hotter at the end of the week. Oh, that's all right. Oh, it's raining.
Yeah, it is. It is getting hotter.
We had
apparently
a rain shower earlier where she dragged me out to get it washing for her because it was really coming down. But, we seem to have had a couple of good weeks, didn't we?
Yeah, it's coming again this next week, further into the week. I think we've had some really high stuff up in the air. You know, there's a load of smoke come across from Canada.
Yeah,
on the jet stream, and it's been blocking out the sun a bit.
Well, that's good to know, Paul.
What's that?
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't have to clue about jet streams in Canada and blocking out whatever. It's not. I just look at my local weather. I'm ignorant when it comes to all them bloody weather maps. Well,
I don't look at the weather maps. It's just that the guy who does the weather, explained it. I watch it on a Sunday night on I can't remember what they call it now. You know, the farming program on a Sunday on BBC. I watched that because they give you a week forecast,
right?
And it's quite good. A week forecast, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Bit like the shipping forecast, but on telly.
Right. It's I usually watch after news at 6 o'clock. I'll watch after local news. There's weather up for local weather. I watch that, and that's what I go by normally.
Yeah.
I forget who tells it now. Is it Peter Levy? Isn't Peter Levy?
Hook off.
Does he still do news, him?
I don't know. He probably does, but I don't watch it. But it's Paul Hudson who does the.
I don't like him. He's giddy. Paul
Hudson who does the weather on Look North.
He's like a little dwarf out at pantomime, isn't he? He's like, oh, he's all that. Oh, I can't do with that, mate. That Paul.
They were on. There was there was a scarecrow festival at Wetwang last week.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where Wetwang is?
Well, who was it? He was fit mayor of it, didn't he? Richard Whiteley.
Yeah. Well, Wetwang did.
Is it North Yorkshire?
No, it's East Yorkshire.
East Yorkshire.
Who did? What did I just say? Scarecrows.
Scarecrows, aye.
Yeah, one was, and one house had dressed up somebody who looked like Peter Levy, and next to him, they'd done one for Paul Hudson as well.
All right.
Well, you got more fun out of them two scarecrows than you do when you see them on TV.
Can I just remind everybody, chat? I know that we've got 7 watching now. Can you hit the likes? Because I'll tell you for why. If you hit the likes, it puts it affects the algorithm, and maybe a few more might join us. And it's just because there's only me and one other that's done it at the moment. It'd be nice if you could. Just saying.
Anyway, Noxie, the shipping forecast does still exist.
Does it? It used to be. Back in when I was a kid, you could tune in. What it Radio 4 or something, and
No, I don't. Well, when I was a kid, it was a light program, I think.
And it was like all these numbers and figures, and it used to confuse.
Yeah.
East 17,435. East does this, east of that, and then it'd give you to tides, isn't it, coming in?
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to remember where it started. It started up in the north and come down, down right-hand side, down Dogger and all those places, right the way around and back up the Irish side and round to the top again. Because they all have little areas. I can remember Dogger because that's just off the east coast here, Dogger Bank. So
right. Well, I mean,
Cromarty was one, I think.
Shipping forecast, you've been a coastal lad, you will show a little bit of interest in that.
Yeah, we used to listen to well, you had knack all else to listen to.
It's a different.
You'd be listening to some on thing, and then it'd say, right, the shipping forecast is, and then you'd go and make a cup of tea or whatever while shipping forecast was on.
Right, and the fella were 8 stern, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Northeast 735, and
yeah, I could never understand it.
No,
I could understand the areas, but gale force 6 and light wind and whatever. I don't.
I suppose if you're a fisherman and what have you, you'll understand.
Yeah, if you're out in the boats, I suppose it's good for you.
It's crucial information for them, isn't it? Really, because it's so dangerous going out. It was good enough to send you to sleep, Noxie lad. Don't you be showing your age.
Yeah, I can remember listening to it when I was really, really young.
But
that's before we had a TV.
Yeah. That's when they had. I remember we had a TV when I was younger, and it had a radio built into it.
You
could turn telly off and put radio on.
Yeah, we had a radio, but it didn't have a TV built in.
No, and then we had a bloody, I don't know what they call them. It was like a long cabinet with a lift top up the record.
Radiogram.
Record player.
Yeah.
Knobs for radio.
Yeah.
It was
either a radiogram or a stereogram. They had different names, didn't they?
It was mahogany or something. And really fancy wood, and it's slots up front. And behind there, but speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it used big heavy.
Yeah, my mum had one.
Yeah,
and it was because it was fairly long, and the middle used to lift up for the roundabout, where you put the
turntable,
where you put your records on.
Yeah.
But of course, on the left and right side, it was like a tabletop, and it was our social area, because you had the telephone on one side, which was the only way you could socialise with anybody else.
You had a telephone? Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was a shared line though, between three houses. Yeah. So you pick the phone up. If you were unlucky, somebody else would be on it.
I can remember going back to having either 4 or 5 number telephone number.
Yeah, we did.
I can't remember it before then.
We did. I think we had a 4-digit number inbred. Yeah. Fairly certain it was a 4-digit number, but it was a shared line.
Yeah.
So next door, next door had the same number, and next door to the other side had the same number. So,
in fairness, if they were on phone, you could pick it up and listen in.
Yeah, because it was just a shared line. If you were unlucky, they'd be on it. Or if you were lucky, really, depends what they were talking about, I suppose.
Oh, is Sharon going? Catch you later, Sharon, darling.
Yeah, see you later, Sharon. Love, take care.
Now these mobiles have 11 digits. We've got a landline and I've got a mobile, but I couldn't give you a clue what numbers, even home number. I'm a clue. Somebody wanted my number, I couldn't tell them. Yeah,
what do they want your bloody landline for? You don't need it.
Well,
you don't need a landline nowadays.
I tell it wife.
The reason you had landlines is because it was attached to your broadband.
Yes.
And you had to have.
You had to have a landline.
Tom, you had to have a landline if you wanted.
Yeah.
Broadband.
That's right.
But you don't nowadays.
But
you don't need. You don't need the landline.
But wife's mother doesn't. She doesn't do internet, so she has a landline. She doesn't do mobile.
Right.
I mean, she's knocking on, 80 odd.
And is it a digital line she's got? Do you know?
I haven't a clue.
Because the other thing, does she have one of those emergency button press things? If there's something wrong, she can press the button and.
Oh, I don't know. She's in sheltered accommodations. They have them pulleys.
Oh, right. Okay. It's neither in nor there then, because the old telephones are being switched off.
Oh, right.
And I can't remember what they call. They're not called digital. They're the other one.
Right.
I don't know what the opposite to digital is because I can't remember, but it's they're getting switched off.
Well, Noxie's got a good point there. Why did they give an emergency number, which is the longest to dial on a dial phone, 999? How daft is that?
You know why, don't you?
No.
Because the 9 was right at the bottom.
Right.
And if you were blind, or if it was dark, or whatever, you could always find the 9 at the bottom because it was right next to the little thing that stopped the finger. You know, when you dialed it, your finger went right round to a little catch, and then it went back again. And that it was right at the bottom. It was the easiest number to find.
Yeah, but it took longest to dial.
Yeah, but it was the
slow returns.
Yeah, but that's if you're looking at it, isn't it?
Mm.
If you're covered in fucking smoke and you can't see and you're blind or whatever, you're knick-knacked, aren't you?
Evening, Gilly.
So anyway, evening, Gilly.
They're telling you there in chat what they call that analog phone.
Analog, that's it. Thank you, Kelsey. I knew you'd know. Oh, Tom knew, look, as well
Tom
before.
Knew.
Well, I knew what it was. I just couldn't remember the name. But it's getting switched off. So the analog is all gone.
Well, that's same as TV and with aerials.
Well, they're a thing of the past, aren't they? Didn't they turn the analog off?
Yes. Yeah, because they're all digital, aren't they? It's a digital
thing. I think they did. I think they turned.
You still need aerial, but it's a digital signal it gets. You don't get it from mast anymore, does it?
Oh, do you know? I don't know. I'm
not in the TV mast.
I get my TV through my Wi-Fi.
Mm.
I don't get it through a thing on the roof or down the road or whatever. I get it on Wi-Fi. Comes into my little Fire Stick, and then from my Fire Stick, I just watch TV.
Them Fire Sticks have got it all on them, haven't they? We've got one of them.
Yeah, it's all right. I like it.
Well, we got one and used it for a couple of years, and then we decided to upgrade as TV, and now we've got a Fire TV. But
right.
I don't watch it that often.
Well, I like TV. I watched the football last night. I don't know if you'll have watched it.
We were playing
Portugal and Spain.
An important game.
It was Nations League final.
All right.
Yeah, it was a cracking match. Really good.
Oh, what favourites? Portugal?
No, favourites was the others, Spanish. But they lost on penalties.
No way to win a game, is it? Penalties.
No, but they couldn't score. Well, they could. They scored 2-2 up to the extra time, but they couldn't score again.
No. Tom, your real nightmare. I hope you're well, mate. But I like landlines. I'm a definite tranny listener. Remember transistor radios?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Remember them little ones you could get?
Yeah,
and
I do.
Different colours.
Yeah.
And used to lay in bed with listening to it against your ear on an 8. I did.
Yeah, I did.
They're only tiny. Well, they weren't tiny, but they were only small, weren't they? Little transistor radios.
Yeah.
And you'd got a little dial at side, a little wheel that you moved to tune it in.
Yeah, you did.
I can't remember. I know radios had aerials, but I can't remember them having them.
Having what?
Aerials, them little portable ones.
Yeah, but some portables had a big aerial that you pulled out. It was an extendable thing.
Mm.
But the little ones worked on. I think it worked on a different thing. I think it had a coil inside.
Right.
And
acted as an aerial.
Yeah. So it had a lot of wire inside, coiled, and that was the aerial. So, Gilly, it was a fantastic match. It was well worth watching. It was better than watching England play the other night because it was like watching paint dry when England played.
England men's. England men's.
Men's.
England, men's.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were playing.
Yeah, they play. I can't remember what night they played. Friday or Saturday. I can't remember now. Friday night, I think.
Well,
they were shit. Absolutely horrendous.
I try and think of a right word to say, and Paul jumps in and just says it as he sees it. Doesn't he?
Well, you know,
You've not a filter, Paul, have you?
well, they were, you know, basically they were playing the blind school,
Oh,
and they could only score one bloody goal. It wasn't really the blind school; they were playing Andorra. But I mean, you know, you might as well have played the bloody blind school.
Well, we'll see what this new manager can do, eh?
But they won.
Mm-hmm.
They won.
But
saying that,
friendly.
I can't remember. No, it wasn't a friendly. No, tomorrow's a friendly.
In friendlies, they'll tend to play new players, won't they? Test them out.
It wasn't a friendly. Tomorrow's a friendly, though.
Aye, Noxie says it was diabolical.
It was. It really was. They should be ashamed of themselves, quite honestly.
Well, it's up to him to I forget his name.
Tuchel, is it? Is it Thomas Tuchel, the manager?
I don't know. Somebody will tell us in chat.
I think it is. I don't really know, but I think it is. But he's won. You know, he's won his first 3 games. You can't knock it. He's won.
Yeah,
but it's how they win. You know, in my mind, they've gone back to when they used to play like shit all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Before Gary Neville got there, and you had, you know, Turniphead and all those who couldn't get them to bloody play. And then they've gone back. They're just so lackluster. It was unbelievable.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have Dutchell, yeah.
Tuchel.
Tuchel, is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think it's Thomas Tuchel. I think he's a Kraut. I don't really know. Sounds like a Kraut to me.
But yeah, we've had that in past, haven't we, where it's been got the results, but it's been poor football.
Rubbish.
Very defensive, or you know, very
and you know, they were
not expressive.
You can see how bad it was because they were playing. I think they were playing in Andorra, and there were only about 15 people watching it. It might have been a few more, but all the English fans who were watching it just got up and pissed off out to go and get pissed because it was crap.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I said, tomorrow night might be completely different. It's only a friendly tomorrow, though.
Yeah, well, like I said,
playing in Nottingham tomorrow.
He'll tend to play new players just to see what they're like, won't they?
Yeah.
They should be all hungry. To be honest, they should be all hungry, shouldn't they? These English players, because
they've had a hard season, Bobby. You know, they've had to play 40 matches in a season. Fucking hell.
For £500,000 a week.
You know.
It gets me.
Running around like dickheads for 90 minutes. Well, not 90 minutes. Half of them were walking.
It gets me when they'll say, you know, they're on £500,000. They earn £500,000 a week. They don't earn that. They give them that.
Yeah.
It does mine nothing when they say earn. How can you earn that? You can't, can you? It's given to them. But yeah, they should be hungry because it's all that manager, though. I mean, if I were manager, and I'm sure you're a bit same, I'd have them on edge.
Oh, they wouldn't want. I tell you what, they wouldn't want me as a manager.
No, but I'd say, look,
I wouldn't have anybody playing for us.
I'd say, look, I haven't decided whether I'm going to take you with us to major tournaments yet. You need to prove yourself. I'll be saying that to them all. You know, if
but you could see. I mean, you could see during the match that he wasn't a happy guy.
Right.
You could see it on his face.
Mm.
And you know, I can't. He had a chat afterwards with some interviewer person or whatever you call it, and he wasn't that impressed with. You know, he was a bit, not a bit upset, but a bit peeved that they didn't show any get up and go or you know.
Yeah.
Any fight? There were no fighting them.
No.
But like I say, it's because they've had a hard season.
It's not hard, but that's he needs to put hunger in them, doesn't he? He needs to make them want that.
He needs to whack them round the head with a fucking baseball bat.
All those, which there will be. Oh, I'm going to get picked. I always get picked. That mentality you want taken away, because some will be like that, and that's them's the ones you don't want in a team. You want them hungry. You want them, you know.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the Euros and the World Cup are world stages, and their future can depend on them games.
Yeah, they can.
Because they're seen watched all around the world, universally. So if you're any good, you know, you could end up in any top team around the world. So you've got to, you know. But what happens is, you know, I'm getting £500,000 for who I'm playing for now, so I'm not bothered. You know what I mean? I don't.
Chase. You know, lots of them chase the money. A bit like what's his name now? Who used to play for Leeds United, played for England a couple of times. I can't remember his name. He played for Leeds United, played for England a couple of times. He was really good, and he was good in the United team. Right. Then he went to Man City and never played again.
No.
He never played him.
Crazy. Good evening, Paul 46. How are we doing, mate?
Good evening, Paul.
Alan Smith, yeah. Paul's got it.
Who?
Alan Smith.
Alan Smith?
Yeah, he played for Leeds.
No, it wasn't him. That's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh, isn't it?
No. There's the one who played for Leeds when they were in the... what do you call it? When they were in the Premiership and they dropped down to... Not long ago, a couple of years ago, dropped back down to Championship,
right?
And sold off. He sold off a couple of his players, and
did Grealish play for?
No, I don't think so.
I think he played.
Grealish was Man City, I think.
Mm.
It'll come to me in a minute. Phillips. What was his name?
How far back were you going?
Well, last season when he played for bloody...
Oh, recently then?
Yeah, when he played for...
I know what you mean. Coloured lad?
No. The Yorkshire lad. No, you're getting there, but...
No, I don't know, but... Kelvin Phillips.
That's it, Calvin Phillips.
Very good.
That's your man.
Paul's a football fan. You can tell he's come out with some names.
Yeah. So anyway, Calvin was a good player. Played well for Leeds. He played fantastic for England. Then followed the money. Yeah. Went to Man City, following the money. And what happened? He didn't piss him play him.
That's what thing could happen to you as a footballer.
And then I think, and I could be wrong, but towards well into the season, I think they shifted him off on loan. And who was it? Ipswich.
Oh, yeah.
They sent him off to Ipswich, I think, on loan. And he played, you know, when you watch him play, plays like a twat. So, you know, just goes to show you they go after money. That's the thing. Oh, Man City's going to give me £500,000 a week. I'll go there.
Well,
but then they don't play and nobody wants to know them.
Well, Paul's saying he's just been let go by Ipswich.
Well, there you go.
He's going down. He's going down.
Yeah, because he's just lost it. He's lost the plot.
Yeah, he's peaked.
And yet it was really, really good.
Yeah.
And you know, if he'd have stuck at Leeds, he'd have been back up this season. Because they're back up.
This is it. But like
no, they're all the same, aren't they? Oh, you know, I'm married to this club, but Inter Milan's offered me £10 million a year. I'll go there.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You know, they start off the career and they go, I've only ever wanted to play for my city's club. That's all I've ever wanted to do. and I'm here forever. I'm
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
here. Next thing you know, they're off.
But that's what Calvin Phillips used to say. He was, I think he was a Leeds lad.
Yeah.
I might be wrong there, but I think he was a Leeds lad, and he always said Leeds through and through. You know,
Yeah.
marching on together. That's us. And boom, money. Oh, follow the money. Let's go. And now he plays like a twat. But
Well,
there you go.
Tom Real Your Nightmare says money, women, and drugs.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know that famous what George Best said. What did he say now? I can't remember how he said it. He says, "I spent half my money on women, and the other half I wasted."
Yeah. But I've just searched for Calvin Phillips, and it says here 2022 to 2024. Phillips signed for Premier League champions Man City on the 4th of July 2022.
Right.
On a 6-year contract for a reported initial fee of £42 million.
Yeah.
Now, no, he doesn't get that.
No.
That's the fee that goes to the club, but he gets a lump of it.
Oh, yes, yeah. He's in the millions.
Yeah.
He'll be in the millions. But like you said, they go where the money is. The passion's gone out of the game.
Yeah, they've got to sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I love it.
I know. It's not. I used to play a lot of football, you know, but it was 5-a-side I played, and it was hard. It was an hard bloody game. We used to book court up at Sports Centre. In winter, we'd play inside, outside in summer, and when we played inside in winter, we used to book the court for an hour, and we'd play off the wall. So if it hit the wall, it bounced off. You kept going, you know. So you were basically half an hour each way. You didn't stop for an hour. It was a really fast-paced game, but I used to love it.
I've not played. I want a sports typey person. I like watching sports, but I'm not a sportsy person. But I can honestly say I did like me golf. I played golf a lot,
Right.
and back in the day when I was young-ish, I played squash.
That's a fast-paced game.
And yeah, that's a tiring thing, and you need to be fit as shit for that.
Non-stop is that one.
But yeah, so I used to play squash, and not often, but I used to play occasionally, maybe once a fortnight or so. But golf, you couldn't get me off the golf course.
Right. It's not a game I've played.
I used to love golf.
Dad, when he was younger, I think he started at 12. I took him and let him have a few lessons because daughter were horse riding. So I said, you can go. And I used to take him something like a Wednesday night. And he had some lessons on drive range and that. And, you know, I'd go around with him on a Sunday, do a round of golf with somebody. But as far as playing goes, I haven't, no.
I've never had a whatever you call it, somebody telling me how to do it.
Tom's asking you a question there. Look,
I've not discovered any interesting neighbours, Tom, because they all just keep to themselves. Never hear anything from any of them. And my brother is my brother, basically. He's on a different planet than the rest of us. I think he lives in Zanussi.
He's older than you, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Are you getting on then?
He's 83.
83.
And
you and him getting on?
Yeah, yeah. I don't see him, so yeah, it's great. I love it.
Well, you normally say he does your heading.
Well, he does when I see him, but I don't see him.
But yeah, you've got sisters as well, haven't you? That's around.
I've got a sister. Yeah. Well, I'm telling her. I'm telling a lie there. I've got more than one sister.
Mm-hmm.
I've got two sisters who are still compos mentis, still with us.
As a local?
One sister is in Scarborough, but she's on holiday in Egypt at the moment, 2 weeks. And I've got another sister who lives up in Barrow in Pernis. However, she's older than my brother.
Right. Knocking on then, eh?
Thinking about it, I can't honestly think of how old she is, because basically she's one of those that I didn't know about, if you know what I mean.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 2 sisters. One's younger than me and one's older than me. One I've never met.
Right.
Same as brothers, I've got 2 brothers who are still alive. One who lives next door and one who lives in Denmark, but I've never met him.
Well, it's a complex family, ours.
Yeah.
Paul's suggesting you have a coffee morning to introduce yourself.
I don't think so.
Is it not you, that?
No, it bloody isn't. I don't want to know. They can go on bollocks.
I bet they're saying that new neighbour's a funny beggar, isn't he? He don't want to know us.
You don't hear them. As funny enough, every morning at about 11:15, I see one walking out. Now, I've got a sneaky suspicion he's going to the boozer.
Right.
Because he doesn't come back with shopping, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I've just got a feeling that he's a bit of a pisshead.
Mind you, though, Paul, there's a lot of people who go to Witherspoons there through there, isn't there?
I don't know. I don't use it.
Yeah, well, it's some of them. I mean, I'll live at Witherspoon. They say that it's cheaper to sit in here and drink coffee all day than it is at home, because you get.
Well, you're never out of there, are you? It's like your second home.
Well, they say, you can sit in there and the free papers in there, free eating, and
yeah,
a lot just do that. But it's not for me, that. I wouldn't do that, no. I like the breakfast. I go for a breakfast now and again.
Yeah, Knox's Barrow is quite nice. I did go up to meet my sister a couple of years ago. However, she didn't feel up to, don't know what you could call it, meeting me as such. But I met some of her children and grandchildren, so it wasn't a wasted trip. But there you go.
Barrow in Furness, where's that?
Up north of Blackpool way, If you stand on Blackpool Tower and look north, and Barrow's up there, it's where they make the submarines.
All right.
These submarines are going to be building. Well, they'll be made in Barrow.
And that's Lancashire.
I don't know. Is it Lancashire nowadays? I don't know what it is. Cumbria or whatever. I don't know.
It's not. It's wrong side of Till anyway.
It's well up. It's not. It's not a couple of miles from Blackpool, but it's a funny place to get to, because you have to go up and then come back down to get to it, if you see what I mean. It sounds silly, but that's what you have to do. The road doesn't go straight to it. You have to go up and then come round and come back down into Barrow. But yeah, it's a nice place. People are nice.
South Cumbria. All right. Thank you.
Is it Cumbria now? It's really difficult, isn't it? Because with them changing all these things over a period of time.
Right. Now then, what's Tom on about there? What ball speed did you play, Paul? I reached yellow.
I think I was on yellow, Tom.
Is that squash?
I can't remember, quite honestly. I was. It's like we're talking 50 years ago, mate.
All right.
I can just remember I played.
So you're not going to be having a game anytime soon, then?
You what?
You're not going to be having a game anytime soon?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think I've got the strength to carry the bloody racket.
We've come to that time again, mate.
Have we?
Yes, and
right.
How's your Mrs. Bobby? She's fine. Thank you very much, Tom, for that. Yeah. Well, what it last week? I come late. I come late other week. The other day, didn't other week.
Well, 1 week you didn't come at all.
No, I didn't, did I?
No.
But I think he's
last week he was early.
Right, but I think Paul's doing this on purpose to get his own back because I think he could hear us. And
I couldn't. I'll have to get another extending cable for it.
Get yourself some longer earphones and
it's because I tripped over the bloody cable last night, and I bet you I've cracked the cable somewhere.
Yeah, you might have stretched it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll let you say thank you to everybody, and we'll be back next week at the same time, same place. Because I do enjoy our little hourly chat and catch up with everybody. Cause it's like a little family, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice. Quite enjoy it.
So thanks, guys, for coming along. I will be putting a video out later today, hopefully. And please go across and have a look. And I'll pass you over to Paul to say good night.
Yeah, thanks, folks, for coming. It's been enjoyable. And don't forget, a like or a dislike, it doesn't make any difference to us, but it's good for the algorithm. And that's all I know, really. But thanks for coming. Live long and prosper.
We'll see you
Take care.
next week.
TTFN.
Bye now.